Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have another very exciting episode. It's been a wild week in general and there is more to come, but today we have a brand new, very ambiguous box from Konami. I'd like to start off by saying a big thank you to Konami for sending these out, for making these videos happen. And with that, I was going to say, you know, what's in the box, but you guys know. You read the title, you are fully aware. It is a lot of Phantom Rage, and I'm actually really excited for this set. There are a number of archetypes I'm really interested in. Zodiacs, they get a lot of support from the new Tri-Brigade archetype, a true king of all calamities. It is easily summonable by Virtual World, an archetype with a walking macro cosmos. It's also worth noting that Thunder Dragons could also really benefit from the new Myutant cards. A lot of neat cards. We're definitely going to jump into it, but before we do, a little bit of coffee. Little bit of coffee. When you run multiple businesses and you intend to release a litany of Yu-Gi-Oh videos each week, you kind of forego sleep, so coffee becomes your best friend. Coffee and I are doing extremely well together right now, and yeah, so with that, let's open some cards. So here we have our very first look at the Phantom Rage booster set coming out November 6th. Now, as a lot of you probably noticed, there were actually two boxes here, and we're only going to be opening one on the channel today. The second is going to go to one of you, as we will do a giveaway at the end of the video. But with that, let's get back to the opening. I don't know about you guys, but I love to take care of these boxes, save them. I feel like they're good memories, and I hope you guys are enjoying that box opening ASMR. Here we are starting things off with a Tri-Brigade Oath. Pretty cool. Do want 3 of each card in that archetype. Here we have Infernity Conjurer. I didn't ever get to play with that archetype, but I do think it's pretty neat when those older cards do get some support. Here we have our very first super with the new Gizmek, an archetype which has really proven itself over the last year. We are currently using cards like Uka, Orochi, who's big in Striker Orcust, so really cool. We also have one of the new Phantom Knight commons and a TCG exclusive with a jabbing panda. Look at that artwork. Those fish did not expect what was coming. Here we also have some Dark World support. Unexpected, but again, pretty cool. Jumping into our second pack here, we start things off with our first Myutant, GB88. I don't know that I'll be playing this guy in my deck, but I do want a playset of each of the cards. From there, we also have our first Dual Avatar, which actually copies spells and traps in the graveyard, letting you reuse resources. Our first Virtual World, which is really good at getting rid of problematic monsters in the damage step. Really happy to get that as well. Then, from there, oh, look at that. That's so adorable. Look at them, they're having fun. I love it. Here we have the Phantom Knight common yet again. Some interesting little one-ofs in the set, and ending on Virtual World Gate. A necessary 3 of. So, second pack, we pulled our first Myutant, our first Dual Avatar, and a Melffy card. I actually think this archetype is adorable. I've been collecting it, so I guess I need 2 more of this. And with that, we are going to keep this pack opening fresh. So, let's hit a montage. Now, I'd like to add that this is actually my very first box opening video here on the channel, so I'm trying to do some extra high production things, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think. Here, by the way, we are getting another super in the Virtual World Gate, a really good card for the archetype. It's a pop, and it allows you to edit the levels of your monsters to further facilitate either XYZs or synchro plays. We have another new Infernity card, pretty cool, and some UA support. I really like the UAs simply because I like the sports theme. I think it's fun, and oh! There's Myutant Arsenal. Look at that, our first foil Myutant. I really want to build this deck, and I think that this is a very clean looking super. You know, sometimes they look extra good. This one definitely does. So here we have our first foil Myutant card, and I love it. I think that it looks fantastic, definitely deserving of a super, and I really do want to build the deck, so very happy with that first pull. With that said, let's get back to it. So far so good with the packs. We have another Infernity card with Wildcat, our second Virtual World Gate, definitely want to place that, and our first Mutant Blast. Look at that, we will set that one aside. From there, we are going to get our, our first Ultra Rare with Armatile. Look at that artwork, that is fantastic. All three of the big boys put together. So here we have our first Ultra Rare of the set. Really cool. I didn't know this came in the pack, so very happy about that. I think anytime they have an excuse to print extra Sacred Beast support, I'm very happy. I think it carries a lot of nostalgia, and it also is a board wipe, so very convenient for the other large fusion. It did come out in the Sacred Beast structure deck. I did pick up 3 of those, so maybe we'll have to put something together, but very, very happy there. Starting things off with a Magical Broker, fun play off Magical Merchant, and a new Infernity Trap card. It's a common, so very accessible, and another Infernity card. That Infernity back-to-back, that is Infernity back-to-back. We also have our very first Virtual World monster. This one can special summon itself when you have another Virtual World on board and add a monster back to your hand during the end phase. We have a UA support, and then our second Ultra in the box, the boss monster for the archetype actually. He has some targeting protection and can return an opponent's monster back to hand after battle, so a really good going second card. Happy to pull that one step closer to the deck. Here we also have the Virtual World Gate, which means we have our full playlist, another Magical Broker, love the artwork, and our first Tri-Brigade. Oh man, that's a good one. So to kind of round out that little section of packs there, we did get a second Ultra. It is the Dual Avatar Fusion, but with that, we also have a Tri-Brigade and a Virtual World card. And you're probably wondering, Ruggles, why are you bringing up 2 commons? These are actually integral to the deck, and I think it's really cool that Konami is printing them initially in common. I know that a lot of max rarity fanboys like myself are eventually going to want them in a higher rarity, but when the cards are just coming out, I love that they are accessible. I love that it's something that a lot of people can get their hands on. You can kind of play with the deck, figure it all out. So very happy that these are as accessible as they are, and I hope to pull 2 more of each in the coming pack. So let's get to the next pack. Pack opening, ASMR side, we are starting here with a UA locker room, and then we move on to Dual Avatar Defeating Evil. Really good common. Essentially, you target one of your dual avatars, one of your opponent's monsters, you destroy them both. Then, if you are destroying one of your fusions, you get to either draw a card or banish a card from your opponent's graveyard. Really, really versatile and quite interesting. With that, we do have some Charmer support right there, and then we move into a Banquet of Millions. Wanted to show you the artwork. I just thought that was really, really fun. Definitely a play off of Eater of Millions. And here we have our first Virtual World foil monster. It is a free summon, like the rest of them, but it's also a monster reborn for the archetype, so getting to your 9s with your synchros and that sort of thing is significantly easier as it is a 6. Here we have another Infernity Wildcat Dual Avatar support, another Dark World card right there, and Jack in the Hand, some fun Halloween support. Starting things off here, as we always seem to do, with another Infernity common, and then we are going to get to our Conductor of Memphys. Now, my friend Gannon and I, we've actually been trying a Megalith Memphys deck for quite some time. It's rather difficult to pilot, but it is a lot of fun, so happy to see more support there. And here we have the new Tri-Brigade Link 3. You definitely do want to play this in the deck. It's rather interesting. You can special summon a monster during your opponent's turn, so it's a neat mechanic kind of built in. We have the new Virtual World, which is a double Foolish Burial, pretty good for the archetype, and our 13th Mutant card. Now this card I'm actually incredibly happy to talk about. We have Mutant Expansion, and as a lot of you know, I actually did the world premiere of the Mutant archetype on the channel, but I only revealed 12 of the 14 cards. I didn't know the last 2. This is apparently one of them, and it summons a smaller mutant from deck, so added consistency, and it protects the larger mutants as well. I'm so excited to play some Yu-Gi-Oh! That's awesome. I am very happy. The next stack of cards here starts off with the new Dogmatica spell, and right behind it, we have Mutant Cry, the fusion. Incredibly good. You can use it on your opponent's turn. We also have our first Virtual World City. It is a super rare, and much like the rest of the cards in the archetype, it's very versatile. You can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. You can special summon a myriad of other monsters. Really, really neat. We have that Phantom Knight common. We have another Dual Avatar defeating evil, another Tri-Brigade. So we're starting to get multiples of the commons, and I am happy about that because, again, it's a set where I do want a lot of playsets. There are a lot of new archetypes. And, oh, speaking of new archetypes, here is a secret rare for the Tri-Brigade. It is something you are going to want to play at 3. It is an excellent extender, and I think a lot of people liken it to Nadir Serpent, at least in, you know, the desire for it. So here we have our very first secret of the box, Tri-Brigade Airborne Assault. And first of all, I love the artwork. I think it's really cool to incorporate the Dogmatica cards kind of in conjunction with the Tri-Brigade, have them in battle in a lot of these spells and traps. It builds really cool lore, which I appreciate. And the card itself is fantastic. It is an extender for Tri-Brigade. It allows you to kind of get into those links a whole lot faster. And I am a big fan. Hopefully we pull 2 more in later boxes, but very, very happy to have it. Man, it is such a good feeling when you are opening your box, you're halfway through, and your first secret is actually one you really wanted. It kind of relieves pressure throughout the rest. But here we actually have a second Virtual World City. Again, a card that I do want a playset of. That's probably something you'll hear 100 times throughout the video. But, I mean, when you're getting brand new archetypes, you want those options to play around and kind of figure things out. With that, we have another Mutant expansion. Again, such a good support card for the deck, added consistency. We have Virtual World Shell, gets cards off of the field during the damage step, so again, quite useful. And then we have Raiders Knight. Now we have our third ultra rare of the box, and we'll talk about it more in a sec, but it's a great facilitator of really, really strong cards. From there, we have another UA, our, I believe, 4th Virtual World Gate, another Tri-Brigade Link 3, and the last card in the pack, you're about to see it, Penguin Brave. Look at that artwork. That is so much fun. So here we have Raiders Knight. It is an ultra rare from the set, and it's actually really cool because it's treated as both a Raidraptor and a Phantom Knight. It is made with level 4, so very common, and it's a combo piece that essentially enables your Arc Rebellion Dragon, the card which is on the front of the box right here. So definitely a card I wanted to pull. Nice to have that combo piece, but what it really makes me want is the Phantom Knight secret rare from this set. That is might be the second secret I really want to pull at this point. So very, very cool. Love the artwork and just good card to have. Starting things off with a Mutant Cry, a UA, Man of the Match, the Dogmatica spell, and then we have our second Dual Avatar fusion. This one is a super rare. It's actually quite good for going second, as when it's summoned, you do get to pop a monster on the field. And with that, we are going to jump into our next pack here. So far, it is a really nice box. I like the supers, I like the ultras. I feel like we're getting playsets of a lot of the commons that we do want, so very happy there. And here we have the Raiders Wing, a really good extender for the Phantom Knight deck, as you can special summon it from your hand or grave by detaching a material from a dark XYZ. So pretty cool. We have some Ippachi artwork there on that trap card, so that's also quite fun. And Tri-Brigade Revolt, actually our first pull of it here, and it's really good. It's essentially a return from the different dimension for your Tri-Brigade archetype. Incredibly good. But here is a couple B-roll shots. We are quite deep into the box. We still have a secret rare to go, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, into the next pile here, we have a UA, XYZ import, our mutant monster, our mutant trap, and then Prank Kids Meow Meow. What a fun card. It is a Link one. It is incredibly important for the deck, and I know probably seems strange that we're highlighting a super rare, but it is just so pivotal to the strategy and making this deck a whole lot better. When I went to my very first regionals, a guy, Tyler, came up to me and we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And all of that. He said that his favorite deck of all time was Prank Kids, but that it just couldn't compete with things like Salamangreat, Thunder Dragon, Orchest. So to be able to, you know, actually play and compete with the deck now, that is awesome. Tyler, I hope that you are incredibly happy with this. I hope you pull 3 of them and that you enjoy playing with your favorite deck. Thank you, by the way, for coming up and saying, hey, you were actually the very first subscriber ever to come and note that you were a fan of the channel, and I'll never forget that. Like, truly, really wonderful. So, thank you, and yeah, back to the packs. Man, seeing that Prank Kid, it actually really reminds me just how much I missed regionals. So let's kind of relive it. If you have a fun regional story, let me know in the comments. I'd really love to hear them and just kind of relive that. That said, here we actually have a Raidraptors Phantom Knight's Claw. It is a monster negate by detaching an Exceed material from a Dark Exceed. So pretty cool card, definitely interesting utility. We have, I think, our third of the XYZs, the Double Foolish, and oh, the 14th Mutant card in the archetype. So the real highlight there is actually Mutant Clash. This is the final Mutant card in the set. I actually didn't see this when I was premiering the archetype, so really cool to finally kind of fill in that picture, and I'm really happy with this card. First of all, it is a continuous trap, meaning once you activate it, you can later use it for one of your Mutant banishes, so you're kind of retaining your card advantage with it. It doesn't just go to the graveyard. Also, it is a searchable negate because you can banish a Mutant from your graveyard to negate an opponent's monster effect. You can search it off of the starter. Additionally, if your Mutant is destroyed by battle, you get to draw a card, so that's an extra little plus, but there's a lot of utility here, and I appreciate that. Jumping back into it with the Dogmatica spell, you a quick play Locker Room, and then we actually get our very first Virtual World Dragon Long. Now, this card is actually pretty cool. 2400 attack, takes 2 level 3s, can't be targeted. Also has a pretty neat negate on there, but as you can see, we have now pulled 5 super rare of the new Virtual Worlds. So it seems to be one of those higher rarity archetypes. However, they're seemingly very accessible. It's still pulling a lot of them, so quite happy about all of that. With that, we do get to our next super. It is the Dual Avatar Fists yet again, so we are one step closer to our playset again, despite the fact that it is a super rare. And I do believe that there is one more fusion in the archetype that I do hope we pull. Our next little pile here starts off with a TCG exclusive. We have, what? We have Raidraptor Heal, but then we have a duplicate of said TCG exclusive and another Raidraptor Heal. Very uncommon for packs like that, but pretty fun when you want playsets anyway. Then we have Dual Avatar Feet. Not the third fusion, but definitely a card we do want for the deck, and that is our 5th foil for the archetype. So we are down to our final 3 packs of our box here, and at this point it has been a fantastic box. Very happy with everything we've pulled, but there is still one secret rare left. So in one of these 3 packs, we have a very valuable card. I hope at this point that it is either the Mutant Fusion, the one that takes the 3 large boss monsters, or alternatively Torn Scales, it is the effect Phantom Knight monster. And I've been collecting all of the Burning Abyss cards. I've been collecting all of the Phantom Knight cards. I think it could be a really fun deck, and I think I'm going to need 3 of the Torn Scales. So hoping it is one of those 2 secrets, and with that, let's crack them open and have some fun. So we are entering into our final 3 packs here. We are going to take some extra time and really just kind of enjoy the set and the process. But here we are starting off yet again with the Raidraptor Heal. We have a Tri-Brigade Oath, and I think that does make a playset of that, so quite good. We also have the Mutant Blast, and we have our final fusion for the dual avatar. This one is much better for going first, while the red one is better at going second because when it's summoned you get to pop a card. But the new blue one over here, you can actually use it to negate an opponent's monster effect on their turn. It does have a quick effect. So awesome, we did get to kind of complete that set. And with that, we are moving through a pack ending on the Infernity spell, going into our second last pack. Enjoying all of that pack opening ASMR, and here we go. We have a couple UA cards, and the foil should be next. It is Mutant Synthesis. I think that this has the best art in the set so far. It looks fantastic. It's also really good for the deck. It is a pop. You can summon it on your opponent's turn for a disruption with Cry. So happy we ended up pulling that one. Definitely do want two more. So we will we'll have to open some more cards. But with that, the final pack. We still have a secret to go, so hypothetically, like, this should have a secret in it. So far, we've pulled one. It was a great secret, but, you know, most boxes do have two, and I want either the Mutant or the Phantom Knight card. So with that, I think we're one or two away. Okay, we're still one away. There it is. Yeah, the Phantom Knights of Torn Scale. It is a really fantastic card for the deck. As I talked about, did pick up the Phantom Knights and the Burning Abyss cards. It is something that you're going to want to play in 3, and I'm really happy that we did end up pulling that right there. To kind of end things, we do have another TCG exclusive right there, another magical broker, and finishing off with a jabbing panda, quite comical. So out of our final pack of the box, we were able to pull the Phantom Knights of Torn Scales, the final secret rare in our box, and it's kind of wild that it's actually the one we wanted. I know I noted earlier that I either really wanted the secret rare fusion or this. I didn't think we'd actually pull it. I mean, when I said it, I recognized that the likelihood and the ratios were just not in our favor, but I had to put it out there, and here we are. So really wonderful way to kind of end the box opening. The box as a whole, I am very happy with. I mean, we were able to start our Tri-Brigade core actually with a secret rare. We have a lot of the Mutant cards, a lot of the Virtual World cards, some fantastic one-ofs, and cumulatively, I'm just very happy with this set. It's also worth noting that there is, again, a second box, and you guys can actually win this at home. All you have to do is head over to my Twitter, like the tweet advertising this video, and then in the comments there, let me know which archetype from this set you are most interested in. Then I will DM one of you. You do have to be a resident of Canada or the United States just for shipping purposes. But yeah, one of you guys, you can win this. I hope that is just as lucky, if not more. And I'd also like to say a massive thank you to Konami for shipping these out early and giving us the opportunity to open them up. I think, again, it's absolutely wild that the channel is still kind of as young as it is, and that we're getting opportunities like this. This happens because of you guys. It happens because of Konami, and I'm very grateful to all of you. So thank you for making this happen. Thank you guys for stopping by. You stay safe, you stay healthy, peace and love.